What is up, everybody? My name is Bobby. I do music. Today we are checking out on the board the Boss Distortion DS-1w, the Waza version of the DS1, which I've had for, I don't know, 2 years now, I think. I'm a huge Joe Satriani fan. If you couldn't tell by the Silver Surfer on my arm is not a Marvel reference. So I know Joe used the original DS1 a ton in his early career, and it's just thickness. It's just all the distortion, and it's got a sound. And a lot of the original ones I know are kind of not so well enjoyed, particularly because they're insanely bright and they're not quite that loud. Well, the Waza version has the custom mode now with that little toggle switch on the top there. And yeah, let's just dive into it. So signal chain today is the usual. Ibanez S320 with the DiMarzio D-Activator pickups. We're going into the Synergy BMAN, which through the Torpedo Live sounds like this. Just breaking up. I personally think the DS1 does well going into a slightly broken amp. But yeah, so guitar through the DS1, through the Synergy B-Man, video over here. To the 2 notes Torpedo Live with the same Mesa Boogie Cab setting I have on there for everything. And the touch of reverb and delay from the Walrus Mako stuff. Just that, just a little fun. It's a little spice. So let's talk about the DS1. So we've got the standard controls here, and I'm going to peek over because I keep forgetting which is which. So tone, level, and distortion. In that order, left to right. And we've got the custom switch on the top there to go between the two modes. Now, you'll notice I have the volume maxed for that little snippet at the beginning there. I'm going to bring it back down to noon just so you can hear it do be quiet. Let's go back to the bridge here. So with the volume at noon, it's actually a little quieter than the amp. So I'm going to goose that up to about 3 o'clock here. And let's start with the, let's start with the tone actually too, because it's a nasty bright pedal in its stock configuration. So this is the tone at noon, and we'll go through the full sweep of it here. And it does give echoes of that kind of early 90s grunge, like the, Nirvana. Just super distorted kind of thing. Winding the tone up, we go from here to what you're about to hear. Huge range there. It gets weird up in the top. Personally, I find the sweet spot to be usually somewhere between 10 o'clock and noon. Any much lower and it's so usable. It's just thick and kind of woolly, and then anything past noon gets this kind of nasty snarling sort of thing. So I tend to run it right about there, maybe a little bit further down. And that'll depend on the amp too, the way the amp takes a distortion style pedal. You know, some amps are a little bit more forgiving. An amp with a bright switch up can get really nasty. In fact, if I take the bright switch on the BMAN here and whip it from, right now I've got it in the center position. That's the top position, the brightest position, back down to the center, and now with the DS1, bright switch in the center. Bring it on. So it can vary wildly. I'm going to put that back in the center just because I like that. So yeah, you can tailor it to the amp, to your taste and all that stuff. Distortion, now, all the way down. It's already pretty distorted. Let's give it more. That, especially in the upper ranges, they're doing some lead lines. Screams Joe Satriani to me, just that really thick. Bring the tone down a little bit there. Just thick, just bleh. They don't even know how to describe it. But we still have the custom mode to check out. So if you ever had an older DS1, you didn't like how mid-scoopy it was, check out the DS1, because the custom mode brings a ton of mids back and adds a little bit of a volume kick as well. Let's hear that. I'm going to bring the gain, the distortion back down to something sensible. Bring the tone up just a touch. Here's custom mode. Custom mode back to standard mode. Gives a whole new character to it. I really like this. I really enjoy the custom mode. In fact, 90% of the time, if it's on my board and I'm using it, it's in the custom mode just because that extra mid-forwardness really helps out. That said, if you want that classic heavy grunge, that sort of thing, you've got that too. So yeah, this has been a shorter video. I know it's a simple pedal, but I really like it. So hopefully this, helps you make a decision about if something like this is right for you. So anyway, my name is Bobby. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.